Hey, how are you? It's Dr. Daniel Davis, the physical therapist from the Traveling PT. I just want to go over our exercises for today. Now, we're trying to build up strength, we're trying to build flexibility without, while trying to reduce the fall risk and improve our balance. So we're going to be focusing on two new exercises for today. The first one is the hip hinge. And I'm going to show it to you forwards and sideways. Hip hinge is it's kind of similar to squatting. It's kind of similar to actually a deadlift. But what we're doing is we're going to be hinging our backs, hinging our bodies, so that our hips are coming, our tush is coming outwards as we go, like this, without having to, move our backs, without having to put too much pressure on our knees. A lot of times when people are trying to squat, they do almost like a plie. Their knees, as you can see, are coming forward, right? You tell someone to do a squat, and it kind of looks like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on just getting the tush out and hinging at the spine. So the only motion that's really happening, most of the motion that's only happening, I shouldn't say that, because there's going to be some motion in the knees, but most of the motion is going to be just sticking that tush out, just like that. So I'm going to show you how we do this. Coming up against the wall here, and then taking two very short steps forward, and then opening up. You're going to just stick your tush out until your bottom touches the wall. Now, you don't want to stick your tush out and lean into the wall. That's no good. You want to kind of just barely touch it, right? And as you're doing that, your knees are bending a little bit, your hip is bending a lot, just like that. And then you don't want to touch it with your cheeks, your butt cheeks. You don't want to touch it with your sacrum, which is the triangle at the bottom of the spine here. You actually want to touch it with the coccyx bone, your tailbone. So it's very, very small bone after that triangular bone. And so it just looks just like this, just like that. And I'll do here too, just again, boom, just like that. Okay. If you want to make it harder, you take a little bit step further away from the wall, and then you go here, and there's a lot more searching to do. You just don't want to clunk backwards into the wall, right? Just come just like that, and then back up. All right. The next thing we do is the heel walk. Now, heel walks are very important. It helps to strengthen the muscles in the front of the shin. And when we walk, we want to make sure our heels are the first thing that touches the ground when we're walking, if possible. So when we're heel walking, you want to kind of come up onto your heels and walk like that. Now, I had suggested, don't mind my little piano here. Kids are down here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to just come, and I do suggest that you do this in a safe place. My preference is the kitchen. You go the length of the kitchen counter for 90 seconds, right? But you're just lifting up your feet and you're walking on your heels, okay? If you have sneakers, I recommend doing these in sneakers. I don't wear sneakers in the house, so I'm not going to do that, but you got the right idea. The one thing I want to show you here, and you can see because I have the colored tips of my socks, is when you're doing this, you really want to be, I'm gonna cheat, I'm going to lean up against the wall. You kind of want your toes to be kind of straight. You don't want to duck walk while you're doing this one. You really want to keep your feet forward as you're going, okay? Just forward, just like that for 90 seconds. All right, so that's just two exercises that we're adding for today. We're making our way. Now, you should have a bunch of exercises that you've been doing. You're adding this on top of it. And so now you're getting like a full idea of a program. In the next week or so, we're going to start taking some things out, adding new things in to try to help you get your goal of reducing your fall risk to almost zero, if possible. So if you have any questions, of course, you could always reach out, 646-733-4737, or you can find me at www.thetravelingpt.com. Thank you very much. Have a great day.